Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Laiba and today my topic of presentation is Hardy-Weinberg principle and factors affecting. In this topic, I am going to focus on its introduction, history, important terms, equations, assumptions, factor affecting, numerical problems, and short quiz. So let's begin by looking at its introduction, Hardy-Weinberg theorem. It states that the population gene frequency and genotypic frequency remain constant from generation to generation if mating is random, if mutation, selection, immigration, and emigration do not occur. The frequency of genotype of non-evolving population are described by Hardy-Weinberg theorem. Next is the history and the background of this theorem, the contribution of Hardy and Wilhelm Weinberg. Harold Hardy was an English mathematician. In biology, he was known for Hardy-Weinberg theorem when it was one of his colleagues and he raised question why recessive phenotype persists. Hardy took interest and gave this theorem in June 1908. Next is the contribution of Wilhelm Weinberg, which was a German obstetrician and gynecologist, German physician, strong moral sense, studied heredity, published over 160 papers. He expressed his theorem in January 1908 but recognized after Hardy. Carl Steeren in 1943 pointed that Weinberg's paper were preceded and more elaborative than G. H. Hardy, and now this theorem is known as Hardy-Weinberg theorem. Now we will look some important terms like allele, genotype, allelic frequency, and genotypic frequency. Allele is the alternating form of a gene for the same grade are the allelic forms or allele, and each allele has a frequency which is the proportion of the chromosomes of that type in a population. And genotype is the pair of allele carried by individuals. It may be homozygous dominant, big G, heterozygous, big G, little g, and homozygous recessive, like little g. Allelic frequency and genotypic frequency. Allelic frequency is the relative frequency of an allele variant of a gene at a particular locus in a population expressed as a fraction or percentage. P plus Q is equal to 1. Here P and Q are the allelic frequencies. P is the dominant allele frequency, big G, and Q is the recessive allele frequency, little g. And their sum P plus Q is always equal to 1, whereas genotypic frequency is the number of individuals with the given genotype divided by the total number of individuals in the population. Moving to next is the 5 principle of Hardy-Weinberg theorem. No mutation, random mating, no gene flow, infinite population size, no selection. If assumptions are not met for a gene, the population may evolve for that gene. The Hardy-Weinberg principle states that after one generation of random mating, genotypic frequency will be p square 2pq q square. Hence, final formula is p square plus 2pq plus q square is equal to 1, where p square is the frequency of homozygous dominant allele and q square is the frequency of homozygous recessive allele. Then assumptions. This principle has 5 basic assumptions. The population is large. There is no gene flow between populations. Mutations are negligible. Individuals are mating randomly. Natural selection is not operating on population. Now we will see the factor affecting the Hardy-Weinberg theorem. Some of the major factors which affect the genetic equilibrium and induce the variability in a population, allele and genotypic frequency in a population tend to remain constant in the absence of disturbing influences. And these disturbing influences are non-random mating, mutation, selection, random genetic drift, gene flow, and migration. One of the major factors which changes the allelic and genotypic frequency in a pre-existing population gene pool is mutation. Mutations are the change in the structure of DNA and chromosome. It also a change in the structure of gene. It occurs when DNA is damaged and genetic message is changed. Mutations, however, affect of life and we can't stop it. It's a origin of all new genes and a source of variation that may prove adaptive for an animal. Mutation counter the loss of genetic material from natural selection and genetic drift, put the variation and allow the groups to survive future environmental shocks. And mutation is carried by agents which are named as mutagens. Mutagens is an agent of substance that can bring about permanent change or alteration to the physical composition of DNA or gene such that genetic message is changed. Hardy-Weinberg theorem assumes that no mutation occurs at mutational equilibrium. So what is mutational equilibrium? Mutational equilibrium is a state which exists when mutation from wild-type allele to a mutant form is balanced by mutation back to wild-type. Which means that if mutation is going in such a way that forward and reverse mutations are exactly parallel to each other. Like if P changes to Q at the same time Q changes to P. So there is no mutation at mutational equilibrium. Second term is mutation pressure. It is the measure of tendency of the gene frequency to change through mutation. Next is the types of mutation. There are two types of mutation, forward mutation and reverse mutation. Forward mutation occur from normal or wild type allele to mutant allele and it doesn't work as a repair mechanism. In this, mutation rate is low, while in reverse mutation, which occur in reverse direction from mutant to wild type or normal allele, and it restores the normal nucleotide sequence, in this mutation rate is lower. Second major factor which changes the gene frequency is migration. Two important terms which we will discuss under this topic is immigration and emigration. Immigration is the entry of some members of a population into another population. It results in the addition of new alleles into existing gene pool and it changes the allele frequency. If we consider that some foreigners come and settle down in Pakistan and it results in the addition of new allele into the existing gene pool. Emigration is the moving out of some individuals out of population resulting in the loss of alleles from the existing gene pool and changes the allele frequency. Take a look at this picture clearly showing the beetles are moving in showing immigration and moving out showing emigration. The point is if immigration or emigration is carried by a very small number of individuals then it's not going to affect the population genetics. But if it is carried by a large number of individuals then it's gonna affect the population genetics. Now we will see the significance of migration, that is gene flow and gene migration. Gene flow is the addition or removal of alleles when individuals enter or leave a population from another locality, whereas gene migration occurs when the individuals interbreed with the members of local population and these bring new alleles into the local gene pool of the host population. Next major factor is genetic drift. Genetic drift is caused by the death of individuals. It results in the loss of alleles from specific locus, and it is applicable if population is small. By chance, some alleles are eliminated from small population, and if population is small and from that population, if certain genes got eliminated by some kind of disease or some kind of accidental things, then it's gonna affect Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. It works on the founder effect. Take a look at this picture, clearly showing a founder effect. A few individuals from a population start a new population with different allele frequency than the original population. Founder effect can be understood from bottleneck experiment. Suppose we have a bottle filled with cuddle pebbles. See various kind of pebbles and see that the neck of bottle is narrow, and when we put this bottle upside down, so some pebbles or beads comes out. See that it is by chance, and then if we see or suppose beads as individuals, when they come out, they multiply and form the population. So the original 3 to 5 individuals which got separated, or in terms of genes, they become the founder member of that population. They establish themselves and reproduce themselves. So original becomes the founder member, and this effect is known as founder effect, and this is the part of genetic drift. Next is the significance of genetic drift. It can also operate through founder effect. In this, genetic drift can cause dramatic changes in the allele frequencies in a population derived from the small group of colonizers, car founders to a new habitat. These founders do not have all of the alleles found in their source population. These founders become quickly different from parental population and make form a new species. Next factor is non-random mating. Non-random mating is a phenomena that the individuals choose their mates based on their phenotypes or genotypes. The result of non-random mating is that some individuals have more opportunity to mate than others and thus produce more offsprings and more copies of their genes than others. In animals, non-random mating can change allelic frequencies, as the choice of mates is often an important part of behavior. Many plants self-pollinate, which is also a form of non-random mating in breeding. Examples of this kind of mating occur in species like humans, peacocks, and frogs. Non-random mating can happen in many different forms, one being associative mating. Next factor is recombination during sexual production. Recombination involves shuffling of the genes of chromosomes. Common in those organisms which undergo sexual reproduction, gametogenesis followed by fertilization. Sexual reproduction is a type of production of new living organism by combining the genetic information from two individuals of different types. It involves following stages: crossing over, synapses formation, chaos beta formation, random fertilization. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome, and synapses is the pairing of homologous chromosome during zygoting. Chaos beta formation. Chaos beta is the point of contact, or is the physical contact between the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome, and random fertilization. Now, the significance of recombination. Due to recombination, though only shuffling of already existing character takes place, no new genes are produced, but it leads to the redistribution of different traits to different individuals. It brings diversity in genotype and phenotype of different organisms. So, recombination is an agent of evolution. Next factor is natural selection, the process by which comparatively better adapted individuals out of heterogeneous population are favored by nature over less adapted individual is called natural selection. The process of natural selection operates to differential reproduction. It means that those individuals which are best adapted to the environment survive longer and reproduce at higher rates and produce more of the supreme standards which are less adapted. Next is the types of natural selection. There are three types of natural selection: stabilizing selection, directional selection, and disruptive selection. In stabilizing selection, it is a type of natural selection when there are selective pressures working against the two extremes of rate, and therefore intermediate or middle rate is selected for. For example, for a plant, the plants that are very tall are exposed to more wind and are at risk of being blown over. The plants that are very short fail to get enough sunlight to prosper. Therefore, the plants that are middle height between the two get both enough sunlight and protection from wind. Second type is directional selection. This type of natural selection, pressures are working in favor of one extreme of a trait. Example, giraffes with longest necks are able to reach more leaves to eat. Selective pressures will work in the advantages of longer neck giraffes, and therefore the distribution of the trait within the population will shift towards the longer neck trait. Third type is disruptive selection. It is a type of natural selection which favors extreme expressions of certain traits to increase variance in a population. It breaks a homogeneous population into many adaptive forms. It results in balanced polymorphism. This type of selection is not as common. For example, an area that has black, white, and gray bunnies contain both black and white rogues. Both the traits for white and black will be favored by natural selection since they both prove useful for camouflage. The intermediate trait of gray doesn't prove as useful and therefore selective pressure acts against the trait. Now we will see a numerical problem, MN blood group system. The given data tells us the frequency of homozygous dominant allele P is 0.7, frequency of homozygous recessive allele Q is 0.3, and the thing which we have to find is the frequency of heterozygous allele 2pq. After seeing the above data, the formula which comes in our mind is Hardy-Weinberg equation, which is p square plus 2pq plus q square is equal 1. And the solution of this problem is 2pq is equal to 2 into p into q is equal to 2 into 0.7 into 0.3 is equal to 0.42. We can check the answer by calculating the p square and the q square and put the value in the formula of Hardy-Weinberg equation. If both the side of equation are equal, the answer is correct. Now it's a time of a short quiz. Question 1 is, when a population is small, there is a greater chance of gene flow, mutation, genetic drift, sexual selection, natural selection. Correct answer is genetic drift. Question 2. Which of these is necessary to natural selection? Diversity, differential adaptiveness, differential reproduction, all of these. Correct answer is all of these. Question 3. If Q square is equal to 0.36, what percentage of the population has the recessive phenotype assuming a Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium? 36%, 32%, 16%, 64%. Correct answer is 36%. Question 4. A human population has higher than usual percentage of individuals with a genetic disorder. The most likely explanation is mutation in gene flow, mutation and natural selection, non-random mating and gene flow. Correct answer is C, non-random mating. Question 5. In the Caucasian population of the US, 1 in 500 baby is affected by recessive condition cystic fibrosis. In this population, the frequency of dominant allele is 0.02, B 0.36, C 0.56, D 0.98. Correct answer is 0.98. Finally, let me remind you of the main points we looked at today: introduction and historical background of Hardy and Weinberg's Hardy-Weinberg equation, principle, its assumptions, its factor affecting Weinberg's equilibrium, mutation, migration, sexual recombination, genetic drift, non-random mating, numerical problems, and short quiz. Thank you so much for your attention.